Welcome to the Jolt Creativity Pregame Show. Jolt Creativity. Destroy the lie.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm courtside with Chris Mendez of Shoreline City ahead of this exciting semifinal matchup, Shoreline City versus Detroit Imperial for tonight's Futsal Champions Series semifinal as part of the Jolt Creativity pregame coverage. Chris, you guys made it here to the semifinal. You earned the bye. How are you guys feeling about the game tonight?
We're feeling good. I think that we finished the season in the way that we wanted to with a good win. We played good the whole game. I think defensively is the main way that we wanted to finish the season well, and so for that, I think we're coming in confident today.
What do you think is going to be the key for you guys to come out with a win and advance to a final in your first year as a club?
I think it's going to be how we start the game. Honestly, we don't really have to necessarily score a lot of goals, but just high intensity and just on top of them and controlling the game when we want to. I think that's going to be the biggest things.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time, Chris. I appreciate it. I'll let you get back to it. I'm going to call in Coach Cody Harrell of Shoreline City as well. Coach, this is the first year as a club. You guys joined the FCS, and you made it to the semifinals, got the bye. How does it feel for you guys?
Oh, it feels awesome. It's great. The boys, they've put in work all year. It's funny watching how everything's transpired from that first game to the last game against Lansing City. It's been a real honor, just being able to kind of have a front row seat and watch these guys kind of just absorb information and take it all in, but also sharing it with one another and just taking all of this talent. I remember talking with you guys a lot about it in the preseason. There's a lot of talent, but how can we put it all together? And I think it's finally starting to come, and just the body of work from the whole season's shown that to get us a top 2 seed. So I'm just really proud of how the guys have been really unselfish and have put all of our talents together.
What do you think is going to be the key to overcoming this Detroit team that have looked good? They got a win last weekend. What are they bringing to the table that you're looking to stop tonight?
I think motivation, right? It's always, it's something to be said about. This was one of the fixtures we only got to see them once instead of twice. Some teams we saw home and away, some teams just once. So to only see them once and to kind of get that dramatic comeback victory in that single, meeting, I know what I'd be saying to my team if the roles were reversed. So I'm just expecting a very motivated group to come out, and we just got to match their energy. As long as we match energy, the intensity, and discipline, our skill will take care of the rest.
Awesome. Thanks so much for your time, Coach. We'll see you guys out on the floor. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break. And on the other side, some more Jolt Creativity pregame coverage. Don't go anywhere.
We're NMDP, and we're out here saving lives, relentlessly seeking donors so patients can live their dreams. Like Mia's dream of finding a match and pressing play on life, Noah's dream of climbing the ladder, or Zoe's dream of a tiny house and a giant dog. Together, we have the power to cure blood disorders like leukemia and sickle cell disease. But we need more donors, people, and the donor we need could be you.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Going to the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
Welcome to the Jolt Creativity Pregame Show. Jolt Creativity. Destroy the lie. Welcome to the Jolt Creativity.
I'm courtside here with Peyton Trask of Detroit Imperial ahead of an exciting semifinal. You guys are facing Shoreline City in just maybe 10 minutes or so. You guys were able to win the quarterfinal last weekend, and this is kind of a rematch of a game that didn't go so well for you guys at the very end. What's your guys' outlook coming into this game tonight?
I think we're ready for this game. To be honest, the game when we played them last time, we had a couple of suspensions for our game here, and now we have full power here. I'm really excited. We had good preparations during the week, and I think it's going to be a great game.
What do you think that Shoreline's going to be bringing on the other side you guys are going to have to really be aware of and stop tonight?
I think the thing we're going to have to stop for them is their counterattacking ability because, like I said, they defended well against us when we didn't really have our players there, and I think that's what really got to us. We didn't finish our chances, and then they had easy chances, 2v1s, 3v1s, and they converted, and I think that's what set us apart. And like I said, I think we're ready for this game.
Well, it's the FCS Semifinals. Personally, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm ready to play. I've been thinking about this whole week here, and now, like I said, I'm ready, excited, and it's going to be a great game.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time. I'll let you get back to it, and I'll call over your coach. Coach, come on in. You can go back to it, Peyton. All right, Coach Pierce here. You guys got it done at home in the quarterfinals against Chicago. You're here in the semis. How are you feeling about this matchup tonight?
No, I feel really good. Like Peyton was just saying, we had a really good result against them and blew it kind of in the last couple minutes. And, keep in mind, we had, I think, 4 or 5 guys suspended or out injured. So, coming here at full power, we're comfortable, and we're just going to play our game and hopefully get the result.
Davide DePoche had a really great game last game. I think he went like 4 goals and assists, something along. It may have been 6. I can't quite remember what the stat was.
5.
5. Okay, right in the middle, right in the middle. But he had a phenomenal game. He's been playing well. What do you expect to see from him and other players on your team tonight?
I expect more of the same from Davide. He's in a really good vein of form, and then the other players as well. Everyone's ready for the game. The intensity's high. We had a really good week of training, and everyone's sharp and ready to play and ready to prove ourselves and earn our spot in the final. So, expect high intensity, high energy, and hopefully a lot of goals going our way.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time, Coach. Let's get back to it. We're going to cut to a quick ad break. On the other side, more Jolt Creativity pregame coverage. Don't go anywhere.
We're NMDP, and we're out here saving lives, relentlessly seeking donors so patients can live their dreams. Like Mia's dream of finding a match and pressing play on life, Noah's dream of climbing the ladder, or Zoe's dream of a tiny house and a giant dog. Together, we have the power to cure blood disorders like leukemia and sickle cell disease. But we need more donors, people, and the donor we need could be you.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Go into the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
Together, we have the power to cure blood disorders like leukemia and sickle cell disease. But we need more donors, people. And the donor we need could be you.
watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lansing, Michigan for tonight's Futsal Champions Series semifinal number 1. We have made it here. 4 teams remain, and tonight it's Shoreline City taking on Detroit Imperial in the Lansing City Arena. I'm Jared Kleppel bringing you the action tonight. We have an exciting one. Both semifinals this weekend shaping up to be very exciting matchups. The teams are out here and about ready to go. We're just waiting on the last couple of touches. The coin toss will be around the corner in just a bit. Let's take a look at a couple of these players that have been huge for these teams coming into today. First, number 10 in black. We've seen him on the third half yesterday. We've seen him all throughout the season, but Alex Mendez for Shoreline City has been a key piece for them all season long. He has been, and we talk about the Mendez trio, and Alex is certainly a key factor in that, Alex, Aldoni, and Chris. But he was the league leader in shots and goals and assists together is what Alex came out on top at the end of the year. For Detroit Imperial, they've had several players that have performed very well, actually right across the half line from Alex. Number 10 in white, Davide DePoce. He had a stellar game, the last one against Chicago House at home to get to this semifinal. And he has been really an engine of this team and an anchor for them pretty much, as long as they've been in existence. Davide has been, and they look to him to have a great performance tonight as well. Let's actually take a look at the starting lineups for tonight. First, for the home side, it is Shoreline City, Aiden Hanchett in goal, Chris Mendez, Alex Mendez, Aldoni Mendez, and Danny Mazariegos on the right side. That's how they will be starting. And for the away side, the visitors, Detroit Imperial, Emerson Mena, Davide DePoce, Abdullah Saleh, Kevin Rodriguez, and Peyton Trask is how they're going to be starting. Actually, was told just before we went live here that Kevin Rodriguez not able to make it tonight. So we're going to see number 4, Ricardo Lopez, take his spot instead. Emerson Mena has been huge as well for Detroit Imperial. We've seen him have the ability to swing games and to be an elite shot stopper all the way since when he came on the scene last year. So just moments away from kick now. Another on the other side in between the pipes has also been a difference maker for Shoreline City is number 1, Aiden Hanchett. He came on the scene this year right around the halfway point when they faced Olay and was a big part of that game, being as close as it was. It was a 4-2 victory, I believe, for Olay, and Aiden Hanchett, a big part of it. As we get closer here to kickoff, let's actually take a look at where we're at in the whole playoff picture. So this is the first semifinal here in Lansing. Shoreline City are the hosts. Weren't able to host in Muskegon due to some venue availability issues. But this is what it looks like. The bottom semifinal right there. The number 2 versus the number 3 for the right to play in the finals next Saturday. Next Saturday, the finals are already here. And tomorrow will be the other match, the number 1, Olay, taking on Lansing City at number 4. Olay with 26 wins in a row, and they have not lost in the Futsal Champions Series play. It's the top 4 teams in the FCS. It's coming right at you, and the first semifinal, we're just moments away from kick. We're going to step aside and send you to a quick commercial, and on the other side, kickoff. Don't go anywhere.
We're NMDP, and we're out here saving lives, relentlessly seeking donors so patients can live their dreams. Like Mia's dream of finding a match and pressing play on life. Noah's dream of climbing the ladder. Or Zoe's dream of a tiny house and a giant dog. Together, we have the power to cure blood disorders like leukemia and sickle cell disease. But we need more donors, people, and the donor we need could be you.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Going to the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lansing, Michigan for tonight's first semifinal of the Futsal Champions Series. It is playoff time, ladies and gentlemen. The number 2 versus the number 3 here in Lansing. As you take a look at that stat right there, the last time these two teams met, it was the only match that they saw each other in the regular season. And in the final 40 seconds, Shoreline score 3 and end up winning by 2. So you know that the Detroit Imperial boys are definitely looking to have a little bit of revenge and a statement to say this is not how we should end games, and we're going to make sure that we put it together tonight and advance to the finals. On the other side, Shoreline City, they were without Alex Mendez for that game. And in fact, Davide DePoche, who you see right there, he was out for much of that game as well, and Abdullah Isale also on a suspension. So a few different factors, the way the team's looking tonight, but we're going to see both teams at a full strength outside of Kevin Rodriguez is not here for Detroit Imperial. That was a player that we thought we would see tonight, but he is not here, not in the starting lineup. Will be replaced by number 4, Ricardo Lopez. Also, the court that we're playing on tonight, this is the Lansing City Arena, the large blue court, full international size. It is a slightly longer than what these two teams played at in Detroit. And even though it may, just be, several meters or so, each of those meters really makes a big difference when it comes to the game of futsal. So that will be something that both these teams face that's a little bit different. Looks like we're getting the coin toss underway here. Captain's shaking hands, coach is shaking hands. I do believe we will have video support available for both teams. So just a reminder, if you are new to video support here in the FCS, this is what it looks like. Both teams will get an opportunity to challenge a call. If they are unsuccessful, they lose that challenge. If they are successful, they retain it. So you can challenge as many as you would like as long as you get them correct, and that resets every half. So video support will be implemented tonight if needed. And of course, the video support official can enter and fix any administrative errors, such as cards being issued to wrong players or things of that nature. So we have the coin toss happening right now. Matt Jackson, Davide DePoche standing there with the officials, getting the final explanation as both teams are eager and ready for this one to start. Well, we have a second here. Let's tell you what is coming up this weekend. Tomorrow we have a doubleheader. First, it's the Ole men taking on the Lansing City men in the other semifinal. So the winner tonight will play the winner of this game. And boy, am I excited for this one. Ole and Lansing seems like we get just an absolute banger of a match every time these two teams play. And on the women's side, it's the play-in game for the right to face Chicago House in the finals. Lansing City and Ole will be facing off in the Lansing City Arena at 9 p.m. tomorrow. And by the way, the Futures are playing in the finals, and here is their first look. Second look, actually. We showed it on the third half last night. But look at how those teams will be shaping up. U10, U12, 14, and 16 all playing before the men and women finals on March 28th. That is what is to come. So with only a week left in the season, still a lot of amazing games to play and high stakes as well. Here we are. We have made it all the way to kick. The ball coming over to Alex Mendez, placing it down. Officials taking their final spots. And the first semifinal of the Futsal Champions Series just about ready to be underway. Both teams taking these final seconds to get some extra strategy in. Players are actually right now kind of looking at each other with their hands up, not sure what we're waiting on, but just the final couple of preparations to be completed as Emerson Mena goes around and shakes hands with his teammates, getting everybody pumped up. The goalkeeper in blue for Detroit Imperial. Final checks, all complete. And the whistle blows. We are off and away for the Futsal Champions Series semifinal in the Lansing City Arena. A nice play from Shoreline right away. Layoff coming from Alex Mendez, looking in the direction of Mazariegos. That's a connection that we're going to look for, particularly from Mendez. He gets fed that ball many, many times, and they play through him a lot up in that pivot spot. Off the corner, here's Chris Mendez, goes to his uncle Aldoni, number 7. Brother to Alex, part of that Mendez trio we've been talking about all season long. Ball goes down the line looking for Alex Mendez. He gets it, and ball's tapped out of play by Detroit. Chris Mendez puts it in. Aldoni right into Alex, holding up play. A great chance. Aldoni got it by Mena, but Asala was there. An early chance for Alex and Aldoni Mendez. And Abdullah Asale coming in. Clutch for his team. Here's Aldoni. Goes to the far side, Chris Mendez. Takes a shot blocked right at his foot. Mazariegos puts it in. And Aldoni will bring it up. Nice ball from Alex into Mazariegos. And it gets by him, and Emerson Mena will collect. He goes long, too long. And DePoche right next to Mena saying, hey, why don't you put it down for me? I was right here. Now Shoreline on the attack. A little chip in, headed away by DePoche. Trask, nice touch to DePoche. Goes back to Asale. Now Lopez looking inside, Trask the turn. Face up by Aldoni. Trying to get space by him, won't go. Aldoni the other way. Toe poke, quick one, and it is wide of the net. Trask off the distribution, finds a solid. Now Lopez. Poche, Lopez, Asale, and Trask, the four on the floor for Detroit Imperial. And now White going right to left on your screen. Here is Peyton Trask, faced up by Alex. The double comes, gets out of it, finds Asale. Ball into the middle. Trask goes backwards, a shot from half, a nice look. Did challenge the keeper just a little bit. It's Aiden Hanchett who smacks it away. Poche will put this one into play. Going right towards the goalkeeper, saved from Hanchett. He's made some critical saves throughout the season for Shoreline. Ball onto Alex, tries to turn, loses it. Collected again by Aldoni. He goes back to Chris. Shoreline looking comfortable in the half-court offense. Alex Mendez. Stopped by Trask. He tried to find Chris, and it will go all the way to the hands of Mena. High pressure from Shoreline. First substitute of the game, Alex Mendez off the floor. Franco Calabrese replaces him. Trask looking to go 1v1, gets by Aldoni. Chris is there. All the way back to Lopez they go. Another sub for Shoreline, Brandon Edwards onto the floor, number 6. Looks like Matt Jackson is waiting to come on as well. Chris comes all the way over to Calabrese, he goes right back to him. Chris Mendez gets a little pick inside, trying to find number 6, Brandon Edwards. Bounces back to Calabrese. He finds Mazariegos once again. Toe poke blocked at his foot by Ricardo Lopez, and he'll trot back to the bench. Jumosi Fuentes onto the floor for Shoreline. And our first foul of the match going against Detroit Imperial. As we see number 8 for the first time, Leo Dorado, a new name for Detroit Imperial. He's here on the near side. Have not seen him yet this season for Detroit, but they rostered him before the deadline. So he's out here on the floor for Imperial. Long diagonal to him, takes a shot, blocked by Hanchett. He goes short to Jackson. This one's gonna trickle all the way over the end line before a restart from the hands of Mena. Brief stoppage of play here as Mena waits for the distribution. Looks like an official is chatting with Coach Cody Harrell about something. And play will resume now. Through the hands of Mena. Comes to Dorado. Shoreline pressing just a little bit across half. Not completely dropping back, applying some light pressure. Imperial looking to build out of the back. A long one, intercepted. Cifuentes gets it right back. A nice looking play there off the bar for Franco Calabrese. Nice looking offensive sequence for Shoreline. Come up just short. Jackson will shield Trask and allow this one over the end line. Aldoni and Alex back on the floor for Shoreline. They join Cifuentes and Jackson. Looking for Mendez. Alex, I should say. It's stolen by DePoche. DePoche left foot. And that's wide. Out for a restart. Take another look. Off the bar. Calabrese. A nice build-up to that play as well. Oh, this is a turnover. Looks dangerous. First one was stopped. And Shoreline able to rally to it and not give up an early goal after that giveaway. I think it was Alex Mendez who gave it away. No lack of players on the bench for Imperial. They've got 5. But over on the Shoreline side, they've had to make the bench a little bit bigger, bringing a full 14 to tonight's semifinal. As we have a giveaway here in the back. Some aggressive communication between Imperial. Trying to sort things out. Ball will go back to Chris. Diagonal to Alex. Able to face up inside to Mazariegos. Finds the foot of Alex, and now Aldoni will do a half volley. And he send it into the bleachers. Down the line, Imperial off the restart. Ahmed Abderrahman on the floor for the first time tonight, number 15 in white. Here's Dorado. Leo Dorado, a new name in the FCS. His first appearance tonight for Imperial, as Trask will get followed by Calabrese for the first one committed by Shoreline. One foul apiece here with 12:42 left in the first. Leo Dorado, faced up by Aldoni. Tries to find space inside, it's blocked. Aldoni and Chris both there. At the foot of Mena. Dorado finds up Derrimon. Little scoop down the line will find the hands of Hanchett. It'll go short to Chris. Aldoni, nice move to find some space down the line. A second time, the touch is too big. Into the possession of Imperial it goes. Poche carrying it up. Diagonal scoop. Leo Dorado. Back to Trask. Long ball from DePoche will be cleared away by Hanchett just outside of his arc. So a kick in for Imperial. Coming right up, deep in the attacking zone. DePoche to put it in. He's on second, number 3. Gets it in. Dorado looking at his options. Faced up by Brandon Edwards. Ball inside. Trask trying to turn at the pivot spot. Will draw a foul. Second one of the match for Shoreline. Confusion on the court getting sorted out right here. Mind you, this game is sponsored by Ally Marketing. Check out allymarketing.us to learn more. So the officials stopping the game for a moment, unsure of what the discussion is. We'll be on that shortly. So we'll have a free kick for Detroit Imperial following this brief stoppage here. Still some discussion from one of the officials and coach Cody Harrell. Unsure of what that stoppage was about, but looks like things have been sorted out and we will resume play with a free kick. Ricardo Lopez standing over it. There's Detroit. Look to capitalize on this opportunity here. It's given right away to Chris Mendez. He's going down the line, into the middle, finds Alex, shot blocked by Lopez before it can make it to Mena. A chance for Imperial. Turns into a counter the other way. Now an offensive attack for Shoreline will continue. Ball comes into Chris. Diagonal. Finds Cifuentes. Forced backwards. Out of play. They put back in by Shoreline. Whistle here going against Detroit Imperial. It'll be 2 apiece with 10:52 remaining. Jackson puts it into play down the line. Poche pokes it away from Alex. We'll probably see a battle between those two quite a bit tonight. Davide playing in the fixo position, and Alex in the pivot spot. Keep your eye on those two. Another foul whistled against Detroit here. That'll be their third of the half. Here comes a shot from Alex. It's saved by Mena. Follow up. Saved once again. Cifuentes nearly broke through for Shoreline. After a nice shot from Alex getting around the wall. Forcing a save out of Mena. And now here's a 2v1 for Shoreline. Matt Jackson stopped by Abdullah Saleh just outside the arc. Take another look at that opportunity. Emerson Mena getting 2 of his 3 saves tonight right there. As we near the halfway point of the first half, Alex Mendez, a nice turn. And getting taken out from behind from DePoche. That'll be number 4 against Imperial. Officials will confer for a moment as Aldoni and Alex talk strategy for what they want to do on this free kick. Take another look at what happened here. Looks like we missed the contact point there. Maybe we'll see it right here. Stepping in, slide from the back, making a little contact. Definitely looks like he tried to kind of pull back, but making contact to bring Mendez down. Both teams playing with high intensity here. They know a trip to the finals is on the line. They don't want to let anything by them. That is foul number 4 against Detroit Imperial. Looks like they're going to set up with a 2-man wall. Aldoni over, takes a shot, and it's wide and a little bit high. Ball comes back to Emerson Mena. He's going to go long, looking in the corner. Asale heads it back in. Jackson's there. Touch around Trask to the floor. And Jackson will get the whistle for Shoreline's 3rd foul of the half. Poche will stand over this. Trask hanging out, back post, Asale near the top of the arc, and it's Leo Dorado who's providing the square ball for DePoche. DePoche goes for a diagonal, not on the same page as Trask, and it'll be restarted through the hands of Hanchett. Ball goes out. It'll be number 5, Danny Mazariegos, who will put it back into play. He leaves it for Aldoni. Aldoni inside. Alex holding it up. Finds Aldoni. A nice couple of touches there, but it's too big. And Mena picks it up, goes right to it. Dorado. Topo. DePoche. Hanchett quickly distributes out. Could be a chance for Shoreline now the other way. Looking at the back post, and DePoche's there. Clears it away into the possession of Shoreline. What a couple of chances there. One from either side. Hanchett coming up big with a save there. Thought they were going back post, and DePoche screaming in to the middle of the arc was the one to touch it. They got their own attack from it as well, Shoreline. Here's Dorado. Trying to find his left foot, not there. Chris Mendez on the defense. Trask scoops it up. Dorado going back to Trask. Trask hit the floor. No whistle blown as that ball goes out of bounds. And we are going to get a accumulated foul against Shoreline, so that's 4 apiece. We got 8:55 left. Both teams nearing that 5-foul limit before they give up second penalties from 10 meters away. You see that save again from Hanchett on the try from DePoche. They nearly opened up the score line in the first FCS semifinal. Out of bounds, last touch by DePoche. Brandon Edwards will put it back in. Mazariegos getting held, and to the floor he goes. That's foul number 5 against Imperial. And they cannot foul for the next 8:40, or they will give up a penalty kick from 10 meters away. Calabrese, shot, save from Mena. And Mena yelling. Both 2 Detroit players really screaming at their teammate, not happy with what happened there. Mazariegos put it into play. Tries to go back, not quite on the same page. Put it out of play. Casale goes in short to DePoche. Out of play, last touch by Shoreline here on the near side. We'll see Amin Unzar, number 11, put it into play. First time we've seen him on the floor tonight for Detroit. He was the one that was being yelled at by his teammates on that last free kick from Shoreline. Looks like he came off flat-footed there. Now he gets it at the pivot spot. Tries to turn, under heavy pressure, Calabrese. Out of bounds, corner kick for Imperial. Poche's count begins. Tries to go in and hits it off. Edwards, second try, first time from Dorado. Nice hit, blocked before it could get anywhere dangerous. Now Shoreline, possible break, broken up. The Poche, Dorado. Goal number 1 of the FCS semifinals goes to Detroit Imperial. Leo Dorado and Davide DePoche connecting up for the first of tonight's match. Take another look at it on the counter. Shoreline looked like they were going to have the counter opportunity, and instead it was Imperial who went the other way. DePoche finding Dorado wide open. And it is 1-0 Detroit Imperial here with just under 8 to go. Donnie Mendez takes a shot, deflected out, will be essentially a corner here for Shoreline. Definitely look for Shoreline to try to draw a foul on Imperial over these next 7.5. That ball's given away. 2v2 for Imperial. Unzar at his foot. Tries a nice one. Couldn't tell if that was a shot or a pass. But it goes over the end line. And Hanchett restarts to Chris. Chris back to Aldoni. Settling things down for Shoreline. They got 1 goal to get back. A nice ball. Cifuentes. Good defense from Imperial to get behind that one. All the way in the corner and kicked out of bounds. Smart play from Leo Dorado, number 8 of Detroit Imperial. After Cifuentes found some space. Mena will go short to get things going again. Long diagonal, picked off by Alex Mendez. 2v2 toe poke, well wide. Lopez with it, across to Unzar. Dorado to DePoche. Poche goes down the line. Down he goes, no call. Unzar loses it to Chris. Inside. What's on here for Shoreline? Shot! Goes wide from Alex Mendez once again, and he's upset. He'll trot to the bench, and Franco Calabrese in his place. Four shots for Alex Mendez tonight, one on frame. This one comes all the way to Unzar. Challenging Hanchett, who collects it. No real threat there. Shoreline get things going again under some light pressure from Detroit. Just across the half line, mostly hanging back. Now the pressure steps up. Aldoni, a nice touch to get away, and prevented from getting in to where he wanted to go. Looking for a foul, won't get it. .6:10 to go in the first. Shoreline down by one with possession here. Cifuentes gets it. He's got Calabrese to his right. Tries to take on Unzar. DePoche's there. Gives it away. Excuse me, it was Abderrahman who's on the floor now. Lopez. Now Dorado across half. He's got DePoche. Go back his direction. DePoche looking back for him. It's stopped by Shoreline defense, and they will gain possession at the foot of Aldoni. Nice diagonal. Open is Aldoni. Fakes the first one. Mena got a hand on it. Could have been outside of his arc, and Franco Calabrese is going to take it anyways. And Shoreline City are on the board, all tied up with 5:15 to go. That one took a deflection off of number 15, Ahmed Abderrahman. After Calabrese took the shot, Aldoni was looking for a handball from Mena outside the arc just before that play. It was not called. It did look close at first glance, but it was not called, and Calabrese finished it anyways, and we have a tie ball game here with just over 5 to go in the first semifinal of the Futsal Champions Series. What a match we've seen so far between these two sides.
Let's go, Shoreline!
Azariegos taking possession. Runs into DePoche. Ball turned over. DePoche finds Trask. Trask with a shot saved by Hanchett, and DePoche nearly followed it up as Hanchett couldn't hold on. And now it's Alex Mendez, a great opportunity. Toe poke saved right inside the arc from Mena. And Detroit Imperial screaming the other way, getting the attack of their own. They might get one here top of the arc. Asale shot. Thought it was deflected out, but it will be a restart from the hands of Hanchett. Another look at that save. Got it out. Now into the corner goes Shoreline. Cifuentes. To Aldoni. Double there. He tries to flick it inside. Calabrese nearly got it to Cifuentes. It was last touched by Imperial. Just a reminder, the last time these two teams met, it was a 2-goal victory for Shoreline. But the real story in that one was 3 goals scored by Shoreline in the last 43 seconds. So Imperial had the 1-goal lead with under a minute to go. Now Aldoni, and he rattles it home. Off the post and into the side net. Goal number 2 for the home Shoreline City. Take a look at the shot. Rattles it. Donnie Mendes just about as good as you can get there for their second goal, and they take the lead for the first time today. 3.5 to go in the first. Chance here from Imperial. Hanchett puts an end to it. Trying to get out in transition. Shot first time from Carlos Santiaez. Not there. Nana pushing it. Detroit Imperial 1v keeper. Hanchett with a save. Unzar had the chance there. Down goes Dorado, no call. He'll take a shot off the bar. Santiago the other way, 2v2. Leaves it out and not able to get enough on it from Brandon Edwards.
Good try, Brandon.
Brief stoppage as the net on the Shoreline side will get put back into its place. Wow, we have seen both of these teams get out in transition quickly. After very good opportunities. Great transition play from both sides. Not wanting to waste a beat as Chris Mendez takes it to the ground. Slides it away. Here comes the corner for Imperial. Looking to tie this game up. They had the lead originally 1-0. First one to score with around 9 minutes to go. Since then, it's been 2 in a row for Shoreline. Trip to the FCS Finals on the line. Detroit Imperial trying to get back there after missing the finals last year. They were champs in 2024 of the FCS. And for Shoreline City, this is their first year as a club. They're trying to get there as they have a hard collision between Aldoni and Dorado. And that is the 5th foul against Shoreline. They will join Imperial with 5 fouls to their name. So any more fouls tonight will result in a second penalty kick 10 meters away for one of these two sides. Imperial have been on that 5 fouls as DePoche, what a move to scoop that one by Hanchett and bring this game even. Take another look at it. Trask sent it to the other side of the court, and was Unzar who put it into DePoche, and just excellent touch to get it between Hanchett and Mazariegos. And we are all square with 2:16 to go. 2-2 here in the semifinals. Alex Mendez wants a foul, won't get one. Back to Hanchett they go. Really one of the first times we've seen him with the ball at his foot. He sends it to the corner. Mazariegos can't keep it in. They'll be kicking for Imperial deep in their own zone. Poche puts it into Mena. Mena's got 4 seconds to get rid of it. Tries Trask. It's to Chris Mendez instead. Chris working with Alex. Can he keep it in? He does. Now it's at the foot of DePoche, and he's off to the races. Poked away by Alex, and he thought he got the ball. But Imperial's asking for a card. Alex Mendez can't believe it. And from the angle here, it did look like he got the ball. I'm curious to see what we might have as far as a replay goes there. Let's see. Oh, he did. From that look, it kind of looked like he got his foot first. Yeah, I think from that look, I do think he got his foot before he got the ball, but originally it did look like he got the ball first. think Shoreline City is trying to, I think they want to challenge it, but I think the officials are saying it is not a challengeable offense there. And I do think if it was and it went to video support, I think it would stand as DePoche takes a shot. It's saved from Hanchett, and once again, Chris Mendez also there. Shoreline take the blow. They stand strong, 2-2 still here with just over 90 seconds to play. Alex Mendez, try, blocked by Asale. Took the punishment in his back. Aldoni baited one, gets it, toe poke blocked. DePoche trying to keep possession, might be trying to draw a foul as well, and ends up putting it out of play. Final minute 10 in the first. Given away. Imperial 3v2. DePoche to Trask, back to DePoche. Trask tries to go inside, the double is there. Shoreline now trying to get out in transition. Down goes Dorado, no call. Trask poked away by Alex Mendez with 51 seconds to play. It looks like we had a piece of the court get dislodged and is back in now. So 2-2, 51 seconds to go. A riveting first half of play. Will we go to the locker room tied, or will one of these teams pull ahead with the advantage? 45 seconds to find out. Solid down the line, Trask beats the defender. Blocked by Hanchett, he will collect it. Hanchett going long, had to get rid of it. And it's out for a kick in deep in the territory of Imperial. High press from Shoreline. Chip to get it out. Nice ball. Asale able to keep it. Trask. Did he get fouled? No. Santiago battling, and he commits the foul. And that is the seventh foul against Shoreline, so we will have another second penalty kick with 13 seconds to go. Got a caution against 12. Shoreline City, that's Franco Calabrese for dissent. And it will be Leo Dorado, number 8, who steps up to take the 10-meter penalty, this time for Detroit Imperial. Player that Detroit sacrificed a spot on their limited roster availability this season to have him available for today's match. Hanchett can come off his line. Here comes the shot. Dorado misses entirely. "13 seconds to go. Aldoni inside to Chris. Shoreline pressing the issue under 10. Santiago. It's at the foot of Aldoni still. Chance here, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Save from Emerson Mena's boot. With 1 second on the clock. think Shoreline thought about calling a timeout, but they didn't realize there was only 1 second remaining. I think they're going to have a corner here. Have to put it back into play, and really probably won't be enough time for a shot, as once that ball is touched into play, enters the playing field, the clock will start. Ball gets placed in, hit right off the poche. Final second. Ticks off the clock. All zeros. We head to the locker room, all tied up here in the Lansing City Arena. Stand by. We're going to see if we can get a coach on the interview. We'll keep you right here before our ad break. Coach Cody Harrell of Shoreline City for a halftime interview as we go to the locker room break. 2 apiece. Detroit Imperial, the first to open up the scoreline, 2 in a row for Shoreline. And then Imperial responding with a goal of their own. So I'm standing here on the court here after half number 1, tied 2 apiece. Cody, what's going through your head right now?
I think both teams are playing, really hard. Just some 50-50 calls that haven't gone our way. But yeah, I think both teams are battling like we've been talking on the bench. Like, hey, it's semifinals, it's playoffs now, just a little bit more. Just whatever we've been doing. It's not that it doesn't work, it just takes a little bit more at this point, and just keep staying level-headed. Everyone's going to be playing their hardest, right? Your season's done if you don't get the result tonight. So everyone's going to play their hardest. The defense is going to be more, handsy at times. So it's just whatever the ref sees and whatnot, and we just got to stay level-headed on everything. We'll be fine.
How about that shot from Aldoni Mendes, routed it off the post into the side net? What'd you think of that one?
I turned into a fan for a second. It was just a good shot. So, it's just Aldoni doing Aldoni things. But, everyone's playing really well right now. But that was definitely a heck of a shot by Aldoni.
Awesome. Thanks so much for your time, Coach. Let's get back to it. We're going to cut to a break. On the other side, it's the Ally Marketing halftime show. Don't go anywhere.
We're NMDP, and we're out here saving lives. Relentlessly seeking donors so patients can live their dreams. Like Mia's dream of finding a match and pressing play on life. Noah's dream of climbing the ladder. Or Zoe's dream of a tiny house and a giant dog. Together, we have the power to cure blood disorders like leukemia and sickle cell disease. But we need more donors, people, and the donor we need could be you.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Going to the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
Together, we have the power to cure blood disorders like leukemia and sickle cell disease. But we need more donors, people. And the donor we need could be you.
You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live.
Welcome to the Ally Marketing Halftime Show. Ally Marketing, let's be friends.
I'm here ahead of the second half of this riveting game, 2-2, Shoreline City versus Detroit Imperial. Standing here with Coach Pierce. Pierce, you guys opened up the score line, went down 2, and then were able to draw it back. What are you looking for in the second half from your guys?
I think for us, we got to clean up the defense a little bit. They got good shooters, so we have to put more pressure on them when they have the ball in front of our arc. And we've created good chances. We got to finish.
Awesome. Thanks so much for your time, Coach. We'll see you in the second half. All right, second half action is coming up right after this ad break. Don't go anywhere.
We're NMDP, and we're out here saving lives, relentlessly seeking donors so patients can live their dreams. Like Mia's dream of finding a match and pressing play on life, Noah's dream of climbing the ladder, or Zoe's dream of a tiny house and a giant dog. Together, we have the power to cure blood disorders like leukemia and sickle cell disease. But we need more donors, people, and the donor we need could be you.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Go into the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are just about ready for half number 2 between Shoreline City and Detroit Imperial for the first Futsal Champions Series semifinal. It's 2-2 at the half. A great first half of play. Looking forward to what should be an amazing second half as well. Let's take a look at how those stats shape up after the first half. Pretty even on shots. Shots on goal favor Detroit Imperial. More saves for Shoreline. That makes sense with the shots on goal. And fouls, that was one of the key factors there. 2 second penalties taken for Imperial and 2 misses. First one was saved. The second one missed entirely. That's how the first half looks from the stat sheet. We're just about ready to go here for half number 2. The officials giving some conferring for the final time, about to place the ball down. The teams have switched sides. Imperial now going left to right, and Shoreline going right to left. And we have 20 minutes to decide who goes to the FCS Finals and who goes home. 2 apiece. Here we go for the second half. Early missed touch from Imperial under heavy pressure. He's going to chip it up and get it out. Long diagonal. Hanchett will come up and head it away. Nice pressure from Asale. And Hanchett goes to the ground. No whistle there. Looks like he's okay. He'll trot back to his goal.
Very obvious foul.
Now the Poche will put it in for Imperial. Mena now. All the way up to Dorado. One of the new faces for Detroit Imperial. As mentioned earlier, he was put on the roster. The roster spots very limited for these teams. So they sacrificed one of those spots in order to have him available for this game. Of course, the deadline for adding players was over a month ago at the very minimum. Trask puts it inside, poked away. Azariegos finds just Detroit defenders. Here's a shot blocked by Chris Mendez. This one will go over the end line for a Shoreline restart. Now a shot from Chris Mendez at the near post, saved by Mena. Now DePoche with it. Chris Mendez facing him up. Calmly possessed here by Imperial. Shoreline pushing up and up. They will win it. Aldoni right at the half dot. Alex inside, a nice ball, but it's just Asale who's there. 3v1 the other way. Imperial looking for transition, and Hanchett with the save. He's got 11 tonight. That was actually his 12th. Off the corner, here's DePoche near side. Shot blocked. Poche will retrieve it. Imperial starting this half to Poche, Asale, Dorado, and Trask. For Shoreline, Cifuentes. Actually, I believe it was Mazariegos who just took a seat, along with Aldoni, Alex, and Chris. Aldoni tries to split the defense, does keep possession in. Calabrese not quite quick enough. Get that one. Now a full second line for Shoreline. Mena provided an option, he'll get it. Poche. Asale holds it up, finds Trask. Pressure continuing for Shoreline as they push Imperial back further and further. Battle here between Jackson and Trask. Jackson comes away with it, looking for space, tries to turn, left foot blocked, follow-up blocked again. Emerson Mena up to the challenge. Shoreline corner lifts it. Jackson, it's too high. Tries to keep possession, keeps it in. Slide from Asale, down goes Jackson. No call. Now Imperial out in transition. Asale gives it away. Edwards. Stopped. DePoche off the heel of Hanchett, and Leo Dorado gets his second of the night. 3-2 Detroit Imperial.
Let's get it back now.
Number 3 for Detroit Imperial. Take another look at it. On the defensive effort first, and again it's DePoche to Dorado. That one did go off Hanchett, I believe. His heel as Dorado chose to go to the far post. And Detroit Imperial retake the lead. Here with 16 and a half remaining in the first semifinal. Nice save from Mena. He gets it out quickly. Poche tries to go down the line. Did he keep it in? No. Shoreline will kick it in. We're in that last goal sequence. We did have an accumulated foul go against Detroit. So they're the first ones to commit foul this half. Dana sends it long. It's over the head of Dorado. Aldoni wanted a. Chris Mendez gets taken down and immediately a yellow. That was given to Leo Dorado for all but tackling Chris Mendez. Dorado will get a chat with the official, take another look. Chris getting by him and just pulling him down. Absolutely a yellow. Conversation between players across the team. Confirming the caution against number 8, Leo Dorado. For the second foul, Detroit Imperial, currently 2 for them, none for Shoreline. It'll be Aldoni Mendez who stands over the ball. Franco Calabrese near him. Hanchett sneaking up the floor right around the halfway line. Mazariegos at the far post and Chris Mendez on the near side. What can Shoreline do with this free kick here? 2 in the wall for Detroit. Franco takes a shot, it's blocked. Immediately tried to catch Hanchett off his line, it's well wide. Not a bad idea though, Hanchett was out. The pace of that ball could have beat him. Chris tries to go down the line, blocked. It'll be out for a kick in. Mazariegos gives it up. Isale to Trask. Tries to go a 1-2. Can he get there? Can't. So a kick in for Shoreline deep in their own territory. Last time these two teams met was a 2-goal victory for Shoreline. They're on the attack here with Aldoni Mendez and Calabrese, but the big part of that last game was the amount of goals that Shoreline scored in the final 43 seconds. They're looking for one here as Mendez, Chris, not quite on the same page as Aldoni, sends it just past the far post. We strike exactly 15 minutes remaining to decide who will play in the FCS Finals next Saturday. Dorado looking for a long one. Nice ball. Unzar keeping it in the corner, battling with Chris. They both go to the ground, no call. Unzar comes up with it and does win a kick in. Ball in, Trask first time sends it well wide. First time to Alex, holds it up. Nice ball inside, Mazariegos couldn't quite collect it. Back to the possession of Imperial, but they're under heavy pressure. They cough it up. Mazariegos, Edwards, first time, Mena with the save. He gets another one. Take another look at it. Sliding over and getting his hands up in the air for his 12th save of the night.
Let's go, Shoreline.
Both these teams pretty even for the amount of shots on goal that they've had tonight. 14 for Shoreline, 15 for Detroit. Dead even at 12 saves apiece. 3-2 advantage for Detroit, 14:23 to go. Here's a corner for Shoreline. To Jackson. Alex Mendez. Azariegos. Under heavy pressure from Unzar, he wins it. Inside, Dorado. Sliding Jackson takes out Trask, and was he inside the arc? I think the official is saying that he was outside. First foul for Shoreline. Both officials saying it was outside the arc. Take another look at it. It did look to be outside. I think this would be a reviewable offense. And I think we are going to get a challenge from Detroit Imperial. I don't know, on the replay that we saw, it definitely looked like it was pretty clearly outside the arc. We are getting an official challenge from Detroit Imperial. A reminder of how that works: each team gets a challenge each half. If it's unsuccessful, it ends there. And if not, they get another chance if they are successful. As we take another look at it right here. Officials will confer. Definitely looks like it's outside the arc there if you had to ask me. All right, we're getting a confirmation that the foul did occur outside the arc. The officials will let everyone know now. So an unsuccessful challenge for Detroit Imperial. They have used up their only challenge for the half. .14:07 to go. First foul of the half for Shoreline, actually. Jackson committing to that slide quite early. The ball was already gone. Glad that he didn't make any more egregious contact than he did with Trask. Looks like there's going to be 3 in the wall for Shoreline. Unzar is around. Jackson on the far post. Hanchett will split the wall. It's Leo Dorado standing over. He's got the Poche to his right. Unzar on the near post. Ricardo Lopez on the other side of the arc. To Lopez. Blocked by Jackson. He did his job. Taking it to the body at that near post. It is a Shoreline corner. They go short. Can't keep it in. Imperial will take over. Poche sends it to Mena, who's near half. Bouncing off Unzar, could be in a little bit of trouble. Gives a shoulder to Edwards, no call. Now in the corner to Poche. Mendez is there, ball goes out of bounds. Shoreline will make a change. Carlos Santiago, number 96, comes out on the floor, as well as Aldoni. Ball into Aldoni. Mendez will hit the floor. That was Aldoni drawing foul number 3 against Imperial. Collecting those fouls much like they did in the first half. They were on 5 fouls for nearly 10 minutes, if not 10 minutes in that first half, but did not give up a second penalty. Aldoni gets by 1. Nice move. Santiago's in the corner, Unzar's there. Ball still in, Lopez kicks it out corner. Boy, Aldoni Mendez really had his way there. We've been seeing him take on defenders all night and win. Certainly has a way with the ball at his foot. The Shoreline number 7. This one comes to Hanchett, who's across half. He'll take a shot. That didn't miss by much. Mena got a finger on it, I think. He'll take it quickly. To the far post, Santiago is not quite there. Distributing quickly and down the floor to Poche. Collected by Hanchett, now Aldoni. Blocked, 2v1. Unzar, an open net after it's masterfully handled by Leo Dorado. And Imperial extend their lead to 2. Off the boot of Amin Unzar. It's a nice little rollover and toe poke pass to split the defense, and Unzar had position. Aldoni couldn't get back, and Shoreline City find themselves in a 2-goal hole with 13 minutes remaining. The winner will meet either Ole or Lansing in the finals. That will be decided tomorrow. Imperial, another chance here. DePoche gives it away. Shoreline City corner. Cifuentes, now Alex Mendez. Hit to the ground by Unzar, that's foul number 4. Imperial are collecting up those fouls once again. Take another look at it, stepping in. Looks like it's going to be Alex and Chris. No, it seems like it'll just be Chris who stands over it for Shoreline. We'll have Cifuentes to his right. Alex Mendez at the near post. Actually looks like he's going to swap over, go to the far post. Brandon Edwards at the near post. Alex just standing in the middle there, trying to cause some trouble. A little confusion there as Mena was trying to get his player to be in position, and he did not like it. And a shot from Chris, nice save. It got through the wall near the ground. And a whistle going against Imperial. Back-to-back fouls. They were claiming a handball. We take another look at it. Looks like it did hit that left arm, but I think what I heard the official saying was he tripped and put his hand on the ground. It was accidental contact in a natural position, I believe is what his perspective is. So the foul goes against Imperial. Another free kick, dangerous spot. Alex Mendez over this one. He is no stranger to the back of the net. I think he's currently number 2 in goals this year in the league. Some confusion for Imperial. Here's the whistle. Mendez is going to take it, and it's a save from Mena. Good shot. And a great save from Emerson Mena. He does it once again for Imperial. Off the corner. Battle for the ball on the far side. DePoche keeps it. Dorado to the ground. Foul number 2 against Shoreline. Played quickly. Ball was rolling, so it will be turned over to Shoreline. Chris, Alex, saved by Mena. Such a good keeper in net for Imperial. Loads of experience, playing at very high levels from Venezuela. He's been a golden find for Imperial since coming on the scene last year. He's kept Shoreline out in some extraordinary ways more than once tonight. Chris tries to chip it to Alex up at the pivot spot, not there. Ball in the air, 2 heads in a row. Dorado juggling with it, stolen. Mazariegos, 3 Detroit defenders, and his pass goes out of play, and Mena will restart. Mena goes long. Hanchett gets a hand on it. Got to go for a 1-2 and goes into the possession of Shoreline now. That diagonal will go nowhere, so out of play. And Imperial now will take over. Coach Cody Harrell of Shoreline trying to take his club to the final in their first year in existence as a club. Even though that's the case, they have loads of experience on their team as Unzar goes down, holding his face. Maybe got poked in the eye. Not sure as Aldoni can't fool Mena. Now Unzar back up. It's 2v1. He received the pass. Touch inside, back to DePoche. Chris Mendez with the defensive effort and sliding from Calabrese. Clears it out. .11:03 remaining. Only one will advance to the finals next Saturday. And looking down the line, a little collision between him, Jackson, and Unzar. No whistle warranted. And Hanchett gets things going once again. Aldoni coming up the floor. Calabrese. Left foot strike, a nice one. Mena's there. Jackson, the follow-up blocked. Mena's got 17 tonight. Imperial will call a timeout here with 10-12 left in the half. With a 2-goal advantage, they'll talk things over, and Shoreline on the other side need to put something together in these last 10 minutes. And I expect nothing less. This game will continue to be competitive to the last second. If you're enjoying these two halves of futsal, make sure you join the third half every Thursday night at 8 p.m. We chat about all things going on in the FCS. Just a couple more episodes in this season. We'll have one right before the final and one right after the final as well. That's every Thursday at 8 p.m. on the YouTube channel right here. 4-2 Detroit, both teams about to enter back into the pitch. Hanchett sure has played well tonight, 13 saves. Play begins once again here. Shoreline heavy pressure. Ball goes down the line. Jackson will claim it. To the inside. Aldoni. Back to Calabrese. To the corner, Jackson, and it's off the mark there. Detroit Imperial currently on top by 2. They're looking to return to the finals after missing it in 2025. They fell in the semifinals to Ole. They were champs 2 years ago. Dorado down the line, looking for Asale. First time, an easy one for Hanchett. Looking for distribution, finds Mazariegos. Dorado won't let him further. Now Aldoni. Chris Mendez Tries to go back to Mazariegos, doesn't have it, steps in, wins it. Back to Chris. Wow, a good play there from Mazariegos and Chris Mendez. Surely thought that would be one that Shoreline would convert, but it remains 2-4. Got to think the next goal will be a huge determining factor in how the rest of the game feels. We have a toe poke here at the near post, and Mana closes the door. A 3-4 game with 9 minutes to go would feel quite a bit different than a 2-5 game. Of course, we could go all the way to the finish, staying at this scoreline. How tense that would be. A shot deflected. Mana keeps it out. He nears 20 saves on the night. Depoche fouled after a nice move in the middle. It'll be third foul against Shoreline. Take another look at it. Pull him off of Maradona and then getting his legs clipped for the foul. 5-3 on the foul count. Imperial still sitting on those 5 fouls as they have been for the last 4 or 5 minutes. Certainly that'll be something that Shoreline look to force them into a situation where they must give up a foul, as Alex Mendez brings it within 1 all by himself. Of all the ones that, wow, look at that move right there. And the toe poke just got by Mana. Also Depoche as well. And we have a 3-4 ball game here with 8.5 to go. Little handball here on the far side will be foul number 4. Shaping up to be a match where fouls could be a deciding factor. Depoche down the line. Dorado back to goal. Back to Depoche. Finds Trask. Into the middle, just behind Depoche. Gives it right back. Nice work there. Hanchett outlets. Aldoni. Double. Still goes down the line. Tries to do the body meg, and Mana's all over it. Chris is going to push Trask down for foul number 5. He's holding his ankle. Hopefully he's all right. I think he stumbled. Trask will help him up. But now for the next 7:56, neither team can foul lest they give up a second penalty. Chris is getting up very gingerly. Looks like he'll be okay. Poche stands over it. Chris in the wall. Aldoni in the area. Isale is the pass backwards. Trask at the far post on the other side. Leo Dorado. This one gets lifted. Dorado keeps it in. And only for a moment as that now goes out of play. Ball into the people spot, given away to Poche. Oh! Dorado was a little bit ahead of the play. Hanchett will collect and restart play here.
Let's go, Shoreline.
Coach Pierce Brannigan trying to get his team back to the finals after being FCS champs over just 2 years ago in 2024. missing the finals last year. They've looked good tonight. They got the 1-goal advantage. They're providing heavy pressure now. It's a giveaway. Hanchett gets it out. Will be Asale who will put it back into play. Back to Depoche they go. Far side, Dorado. Cifuentes is there. Cross-court pass. Sale back to Dorado. Looking for space. Trask. Detroit will recycle. A scoop from Depoche. Trask keeps it in for a moment. Who did it touch last? Shoreline. Poche sends it across. A shot well wide for Dorado. Hanchett goes long, finds a foot of Alex. Alex just a little bit too far for Aldoni. They've done that many times this season. Couldn't quite make the connection that time around. Nice diagonal. Hanchett has to step up for it. He'll go down easy, no whistle. Trask once again, 1v1, double comes. He goes backwards. Both teams needing to be very calculated with how they defend. Want to be aggressive, but do not want to give up a foul here and go over the limit. Nearing 6 minutes to go. Chris going down the line. Cifuentes nearly forced out, but Trask wins it instead. Back to Mena they go, and he just has to clear it away. Kicking for Shoreline in the attacking half. Cifuentes now working with Mendez in the back. Chris now to Aldoni. Up to Alex, got a piece of it. Still trying to collect and able to bounce it back out to Chris. Now Aldoni, shot blocked by Asale. Aldoni will trot over to the bench. Looks like he might have got a little shaken up on the play as Chris has to send that one out with his head. Mendez brothers, Alex and Aldoni, giving it their all. They'll take a seat on the bench for a bit with 5 minutes remaining. Heavy pressure from Shoreline. Detroit trying to get out of it. And Hanchett will watch it go over the end line. Hanchett goes long, and will find the hand of Mena, nearly lost it. Brandon Edwards was there waiting. Still heavy pressure. Depoche right across the face of goal. Chris steps in and steals it. And the shot finds the net. Number 5, Danny Mazariegos. We're all tied up. Chris Mendez will receive a caution. What a nice play. Take a look at it. Mazariegos putting it in a spot tough for Mena to get to. And Chris Mendez will receive the caution for dissent, I think, or I think maybe it was taunting. He kind of went in front of the bench of Detroit Imperial. So he receives a card. But it is all tied up here in Lansing, 4-4 with 4.5 to go. A trip to the FCS Finals is at stake. And it could be decided in the next 4 minutes. And if it's not, we will have extra time. So after the 2-goal lead from Imperial, Shoreline bring it back with 2 of their own. We are once again tied. And Imperial commit the foul. It's Leo Dorado who is at fault.
How many times are you gonna let him do it?
So we see it again. It was number 6, Brandon Edwards, who drew it. Can't quite see it with that one angle there, but Dorado was claiming no. The official saw contact in the back, so Alex Mendez steps up to take the second penalty for Shoreline today. We saw Alex score, I think it was 3 or 4 of these in a single match against Chicago earlier this year. If you had to pick anyone to take one of these, he would probably be near the top of your list. He'll take it here, and he puts it away. Shoreline up by 1. 3 unanswered for the boys from Muskegon. He got it over the left shoulder of Mena. Finding Nylon. And will it be enough for Shoreline to punch their ticket to the finals? Imperial, of course, will have something to say in this final 3.5. Wow, that one definitely could have been called a foul. I think maybe the official thought the play was already out of bounds there. Definitely could have been number 6. Looks like he grabbed the incorrect ball there. Saw Hanchett saying this ball is flat. You knew right away something was off. Chris goes up to Mazariegos. Bumped off by Dorado. He claims it. Screaming forward. Finds Asale. Can't quite get the pass off. And Unzar will watch this one go out of play. Asale goes for the body mag, and it's much too far. So goes out of play with just under 3 to go. Shoreline trying to hang on now to this 1-goal advantage. Ball across the face of goal. Hanchett takes it with the body. A nice header inside. Cifuentes just one to beat, and Santiaez doesn't get there. And the whole Shoreline bench can't believe it. Surely that would have been a 2-goal advantage for Shoreline. But the game's still within reach instead for Detroit as the ball to the back post is claimed by Hanchett. He goes down for a moment. And if this scoreline holds, it will be Shoreline who reach the finals in their first year as a club here in the FCS. it looks like we're having an issue with the clock here. We're going to work it out on our end. And looks like the clock just kept ticking, so we'll have to add some time back on. You see some discussion there in the middle of the floor. Brief interruption here. We'll add about 20 seconds or so on the clock. 2:19 will be the official time, and play will resume. So a 1-goal advantage for Shoreline. 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Is all that stands between them and a trip to the finals. You can bet everything that Imperial are going to do all they can, including maybe putting this man in, Michael Forbes. He's been a flying keeper for them all year, a good keeper in his own right, but has been the player of choice when a fifth attacker is needed for Detroit. Looks like Coach Brannigan is going to be getting him ready to go. And Forbes is stepping up. Mendez, Alex with the pass and a shot from Jackson. It is blocked. Out for a Shoreline corner. Cifuentes will put it in. Finding Alex in the middle. And the foul will go against Alex Mendez. We have 2 players down. Alex rolling around there. Looks like he is in some clear pain. Yeah, oh wow, you saw his ankle go sideways there. His right ankle. It looks like he was in quite a bit of pain there. Hopefully it's something that will remedy quickly. He did commit the foul on the play, and he is still down, and that ankle is really bothering him. That would be a huge loss for Alex Mendez, or excuse me, for Shoreline. Coach Cody Harrell comes over, and teammate and nephew Chris as well. Check on the well-being of Alex, and he definitely looks to be in some agony there. Total of just over 80 shots taken between these two teams tonight, and 44 of those have been threatening the goalkeeper. 19 saves for Emerson Mena, 16 for Hanchett. 2:05 left to decide who will punch their ticket to the finals. And it looks like it's going to be Davide DePoce who would take this second penalty. No, he gives it to Dorado. Dorado missed the first one. Wide left in the first half. This will be their third second penalty try of the game. So far 0 for 2.
Back it down, Aiden.
Shoreline have scored one of their goals on a second penalty. Hanchett does not have to stay on his line. Leo Dorado, 2 goals and an assist to his name, looking for a hat trick. And the tie. Here it comes. It's wide once again. Same spot. Dorado goes wide. Timeout, Shoreline City. Imperial have had 3 chances from 10 meters away, and only once have they challenged Hanchett. They have scored 0 times off of it. Shoreline threatening here. It's a save from Mena. Calabrese was the one to try it right out of the timeout. Nearly doubled the lead. Flying goalkeeper for Detroit. It's Forbes. He's just across half. Nearing the 90-second mark. A shot from Dorado inside the arc is saved by Hanchett. 1:34 left. Forbes across half. 5 attackers on the floor for Detroit. The whole season to this 90 seconds for these teams. One will continue play, the other will not. Hanchett wants the goal, and he will not get it. DePoche across half already. Diagonal headed away by Jackson. The 2 big men of Shoreline anchoring the defense, Chris Mendez and Matt Jackson. Edwards and Mazariegos, the 2 men up top. Trying to cut off the field of play. Ball comes to Hanchett. Hanchett wants the goal again, and he'll miss once more. 1:04. Shoreline the 1-goal advantage. DePoche faced up by Jackson. Unzar. Nice move. DePoche goes down. No whistle. And it's out of play for a corner. Looks like DePoche got clipped there. No whistle. Didn't seem like it was incidental contact there. DePoche definitely wanted to call. Will not receive it. The shield, no call. Matt Jackson the other way. Trask is there. Save from Forbes. Brandon Edwards can't believe that one was not called a foul. There is 35 seconds remaining. Imperial are pressing forward. DePoche loses it.
Get control of the game.
One goal separates these two teams. As it stands, Shoreline will advance to the final. If Detroit can equalize, we will have extra time. Shoreline just trying to take up as much time as possible. 24-23 now on the clock. Mana will receive a yellow card. I think maybe he stepped on the field of play to stop it. At least that's what the officials saw. I couldn't quite tell. We'll get an explanation from the officials here shortly with 23 seconds remaining. It'll be Shoreline ball on the far side.
Let's go, Shoreline!
To the corner they go. They'll try to waste some time, maybe draw a foul out in favor of Shoreline. 19 seconds now. Both teams know this is it. Corner. Shoreline wastes another few seconds. Valuable time ticking off the clock. They go short once again. Fight for it in the corner, and it is Imperial ball. Can't get away in time. Azariegos will get a talking to for the from the official. And Imperial will have 11 seconds to do something here. Everyone is forward. Trask, 10 seconds. Unzar in the middle, forward to the back post. Unzar let it go to Poche, not ready for it. 4 seconds remaining. Shoreline kick in. All they gotta do is send it long and up the floor. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2. Another Shoreline kick, and surely this will be all she wrote. Back to Hanchett they go. And the clock expires. Shoreline City have advanced to the FCS Finals in their first year as a club. 5-4, 3 unanswered for Shoreline, overcoming the 2-goal deficit. And it is their season that will continue. As for Imperial, 2026 comes to a close now. Some pod escape room post-game coverage coming up in just a bit. Zaldoni and Alex are trying to get their players, and Cody as well, off the floor. Stand by for some pod escape room post-game coverage. Get Coach Cody Harrell on the mic for the Shoreline Muskegon boys. It is all smiles and cheers. As they will see the floor again right here in the finals a week from now. For Imperial, the opposite. Their season will be all over. How it ends here in Lansing, 5-4. Shoreline City complete the comeback. They will await the winner of tomorrow's match of Lansing City and Olay. A doubleheader coming at you tomorrow. the spotlight on these guys right here. First year in the league. They make their way to the number 2 seed, hosting this playoff game. Unfortunately, they couldn't get their venue booked, so they played it here in Lansing. They come out on top after going down twice, and most recently by 2 goals. It was 3 unanswered from Shoreline City. They will compete for the trophy next weekend. We're going to send you to a quick break. On the other side, post-game interviews. Don't go anywhere.
We're NMDP, and we're out here saving lives, relentlessly seeking donors so patients can live their dreams. Like Mia's dream of finding a match and pressing play on life, Noah's dream of climbing the ladder, or Zoe's dream of a tiny house and a giant dog. Together, we have the power to cure blood disorders like leukemia and sickle cell disease. But we need more donors, people, and the donor we need could be you.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Go into the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
Together, we have the power to cure blood disorders like leukemia and sickle cell disease. But we need more donors, people. And the donor we need could be you.
Welcome to the Pod Escape Room post-game show. The Pod Escape Room, entertainment that's good for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pod Escape Room post-game show. I'm here courtside with Alex Mendez. Alex, you guys went down by 2 in the second half, and you scored 3 unanswered. That last one was a second penalty taken by you, and you had 2 of those goals of those last 3. How are you feeling right now?
No, yeah, I mean, thank you for the opportunity. It's crazy, man. I mean, we knew though at halftime we were like, hey, we gotta turn it on them. We're gonna do our game. I think a lot of us, you know, the time and being a Friday, it's definitely complicated the play. But other than that, man, I'm proud of my team, proud of our coach. It's the first year, man, and we're in the final. So.
Wow, yeah, you guys are gonna be in the finals. How does it feel to say that?
No, I'm happy, man. I don't have words for it. We're used to being in it. We had a hard game. That team is really good, but you know we popped off when they took that time out. You know, hey, it's time to turn it around, and we did. So
What do you think sparked that change when you guys went on that? You gave up 2 goals early in the second half, and then you went on a 3-goal run. What sparked that for you guys?
Yeah, we know there were simple mistakes, trying to dribble from the back, trying to play, and they would read it every time. That was a big reason why they scored those goals, but we talked about it. At times we were very negative towards each other, but we made that little change, and we talked about it during that timeout, and it helped. We were positive, and we all came out and did our thing. So.
And finally, in that second half, you were able to get 3 by Emerson Mena, who played amazing. We were talking about it before we came on air. You were like, man, he was everywhere.
Bro, he was, yeah. No, props to him. He's a great keeper. Like I said, I didn't get to play against him last time, but yeah, he surprised me today. But we got a couple on him, so proud of that.
A 1-goal victory for you guys. We'll see you guys right back here for the finals.
Next week.
You guys going to be watching to see who you face?
For sure. No, yeah. I hope it's a good game like this one because, games like these, they're definitely nice to watch. So,
awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time. I'm going to welcome your coach over, Coach Cody Harrell of Shoreline City. Coach, you guys just completed, all but the championship, but you made it to the big one in your first year. What's going on in your head right now?
I'm so excited. We were talking in the huddle over there. I'm not just happy you guys won, right? Like, it's not a transactional relationship, but I'm happy how you did it. We kept kind of self-proclaiming ourselves as the comeback kids because, especially with Imperial, we were down 2, chipped away at it, and then turned it into a 2-goal win when we played at their place. So it was kind of the same thing today. It was just kind of a been there, done that kind of attitude. I think the biggest thing was just understanding that we got to create our own energy, and I think that was one of the biggest things in the second half was it was kind of like taking like the angry pit bulls off the leash in a sense. So it was like, all right, you guys can press now. Like I was kind of holding them back a little bit, trying to manage the game a little bit. And 3 of their 4 goals were sloppy passes by us, uncharacteristic sloppy passes by some very good players on our side that led to transition goals. So I told them, I was like, it's not always about it being on the ball. Obviously that's beautiful futsal. We would love to connect 3, 4, 5 passes to goal, but this is going to be one of those games where our work rate and our effort and how we recover for one another will get us back into the game. And I think that's what really switched on in the second half. So I'm so unbelievably proud and just excited, not because we won, but how we did it.
Yeah, of those last 3 goals, the man we just talked to had 2 of them. He has had an impact all season, but what can you say about what Alex has meant to this team?
Just a true leader. He's a passionate player. So sometimes that competitive spirit, sometimes we'll think he's just being a little rough or tough on you. It's all tough love. He cares. He's very unselfish. He's never once made it about the goals, the assists, the points. He's just always made it about the only points that matter to him are the 3 we get on game day, and then now moving forward in playoffs. So he's just been a great leader. Kind of that wingman in a sense, helping kind of orchestrate the roster and stuff. So just his selflessness has been, next to just top tier, and he's been amazing for the team. And seeing him grow, I watching the podcast last night, he's talked a lot about other guys' growth and stuff like that, and he's grown a lot too. He's really embodied that true captain leadership role, which is always nice when you have your skillful players that are doing that as well. So he's been amazing for us.
Well, you guys earned your spot into the finals. A week and 1 day is all that separates you before walking back on this court to compete. It's going to be either Olay or Lansing against you. You guys going to watch that game tomorrow?
Oh yeah. We love the game, so we just love to watch in general. But obviously, that's a very great matchup. It's an exciting game, and we're really eager to see who we'll get to play back here at the arena next weekend between 2 very talented teams. So we'll be watching.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time, Cody. Appreciate it. A very exciting finals matchup starting to be written. First to punch their ticket is Shoreline City. Tomorrow it's going to be Lansing City and Olay who duke it out on this very floor at 7:15 p.m. to see who will be the other one to get into the finals and face the boys from Muskegon. Also, the play-in game for the women is happening tomorrow at 9 p.m. Olay and Lansing will be facing off against each other to see who gets the right to play Chicago House in the women's final also a week from tomorrow. That's going to wrap it up for our coverage tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. The end of the night, it is 5 Shoreline, 4 Detroit Imperial. Detroit Imperial will go home, and they will have the off season, and I'm sure they'll be back next year. And for Shoreline, things will still continue. We'll see them in the finals next week. And I'm Jared Kleppel. Thanks so much for tuning in. From all of us here at the FCS Live production team, thank you so much, and good night.
We're NMDP, and we're out here saving lives. Relentlessly seeking donors so patients can live their dreams. Like Mia's dream of finding a match and pressing play on life. Noah's dream of climbing the ladder. Or Zoe's dream of a tiny house and a giant dog. Together, we have the power to cure blood disorders like leukemia and sickle cell disease. But we need more donors, people, and the donor we need could be you.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Going to the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The pod escape